What do most people do in the middle of the night? They bake. Bakers actually start at like 1 to 2. Yeah. In major bakeries to get the bread out, because yeah, it's a lot of work. So, well, I'll put you on deck. Then we got a little Louis Armstrong in the background playing. This has been made before, even though it's just. See what I do? I keep my sourdough going. I stacked it up again. Oh, it's all tied up again. But anyways, I stacked it up with more. I keep it going. I pulled it out. It had this huge layer of like liquid on top. I mixed that all in because I hadn't put any filler in for a while, so it had a lot of like acid and vinegar buildup, a lot of flavor, right? So I pulled some more flour into it, put some more yeast into it, let it cook for a while on the counter here. It got really looking good. So I really wanted some bread. And this will be, I want to use white for this part. So anyways, man, it's really interesting. As soon as I'm not in pain, I'm like running around and doing all these projects, man. I'm like, I've been kind of on like getting some things done. I got that really cool interview. And then, I also met with a really cool, well, I haven't met with them yet, but we were in the preliminaries of talking about maybe setting some things up. I think I talked to you guys about that, and yeah, I'm just, things are working out right, even though, man, I put in like a 10-hour day on the computer the other day. Lots of breaks, lots and lots of breaks. But now I'm on, I tell you the truth, America, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, okay, I got my regular routine, and now I had to go and get some Oxycontin, and I was like really hurting bad, and I pushed the limit, man. I didn't know how bad I was hurting until I realized once I asked my lady friend and her kids to leave the other day, shorter than I would have normally asked them, because I was stressing. I was like tightening up, and I was being not a good guest. I wasn't being rude or anything, but I wasn't being able to listen to her, and I wasn't being able to play with the kids like I normally like to and interact with them, and I was just like, man. And now, here I am, 2:30 in the morning. I barely got any sleep last night because I was in so much pain. And, I did a lot of work last night, last couple of days. I just haven't slept well for like a week or two, really. Well, for a year, 3 or 4, but who's counting? It only counts last night, right? It's the only night to count. Did you sleep well? In 1977, I slept really well. Then something happened in 78. Or the beginning of 77, I slept really well. By the end of 77, anyways, I'm not giving things up. Because my blog is my book, is my story. This is a big old hunking piece of bread, man. And I don't think I'm going to do it all at once. But you notice, look at how wet it is, too. So what's in here is I put some flaxseed in there. Flaxseed has lots of vitamins that the yeast really like to eat, plus it's good for you. And I put some wheat whey in there. And now that I'm actually trying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Oxycontin today. And then if I need it tomorrow at all, right? If I don't need it, I'm not going to touch it. But if I need it, I'm going to try 2 days. And then I'm going to go off it. And then see what the difference is. And because I don't want to start taking these, I want them actually to be around for emergency purposes only. But he said I have a hernia, and it kind of, yeah, like I said, I've been, as soon as I can't do things in the house and I start getting short, and it hurts just to type and hurts just to do my dishes, and like this hurts a little bit, but not as bad as it was before. Before I was getting the jaw movements and all that twisted stuff at the same time. And just everything was hurting. So now everything's just a little bit less. I'm also being a little bit more careful. I'm not pushing myself. I got directions on that thing, and I thought, I don't know why I thought this, but you know, I was having these deep coughs and they were actually loosening up stuff up and down deep in my lungs. And I was like, okay, let's get this stuff out because I like to get that out. But those really deep coughs, the real powerful ones, I should not be doing that. Even though it feels good to, like, you know, I just need to run and kick it out. I can run and kick it out too. I mean, I smoke maybe 2 cigarettes a day, and I don't do it via a cigarette. I actually put it in a little pipe, and I only smoke like 1 or 2 drags, a little puff in, and then put it down. I don't like the taste of it. Don't like the buzz that much anymore, but I'm an addict, so stuff has had me for 25 years. You guys are like, didn't you just run a marathon? I'm like, yeah. Did you smoke a cigar at the end? If I had one, I would have. Right? I swear, if I do the marathon next year, I'm going to sit down with a loaf of bread or 2, bust out a steak dinner, some pasta. I'm going to bust a whole table full of food out. I'm like, look, Chef John done come to the marathon. Y'all be feeding him these pancakes with this high fructose corn syrup. And I'm like, I look at the other thing, and it was margarine, it was all soy based, and I'm like, those are the 2 things I don't eat. And you know, but I like the pancakes. The pancakes are pretty good, man. If I was gonna buy a waffle mix or a pancake mix from my restaurant and have it pre-made, it would be by Krusty. Is the Krusties, or I don't know, however you say it. I really like it. Egg cooking, man. I talked about egg cooking. I was thinking about that egg cooking the other day. Hey, you know how they cook your sausages at the IHOP? And they put them in a deep fryer at 275. You guys didn't know that, did you? The little tidbits of information. Think of all the people who only watch 15-minute videos, or 15-second videos, or 3-minute videos. And like, I fill you full of information. Like right here, I have rye flour, okay, at about 1/8 part, 1/6 part at the most. Then we have whole wheat flour at 3/6, and then we have a little bit of bread flour, and then we have like almost a full 6 of bread flour, and then just a little hair of high gluten flour. And that's to create, since we have things in here, the sunflower seeds, we have sugar in here, we put a little bit of vanilla in here, we've got the flaxseed, and we've got the whey. So each and every one of those items creates something that needs extra holding power. Now that extra holding power comes from the high gluten that we put in, and also that we work it really well and we start gluten working. And I got a big piece of dough here, and yeah, I don't want to push my arm too hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do what I've never done before, install this and just sit here for a second and come back in like 5 minutes. Just give my arms a rest, because I feel my energy coming up. But I've been feeling relaxed, so I wanted to get some things done. It's like that, man. As soon as I feel like good again, I just want to run around the house and do all these little things. I'm like a little kid who's just like ready to go, man. You know? All right, peace out.